Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ServiceNow 911. In today's video, we discuss the entire concept of team development. So let's get started. I have prepared a small document to demonstrate the things in proper way. So the very first question is, what is team development? So in general, it is a way to develop a project in ServiceNow. And the most important thing here is it supports parallel development. So you see here, team development support parallel development on multiple non-production ServiceNow instances. So what is parallel development? So let's say you have a project, and in that project there are multiple teams, and in multiple teams there are multiple developers. So all these developers have to work on their own particular processes, but there are certain common things which they have to touch. So in such cases, we find many collisions, many conflicts, because one developer is updating the record and on the same time the other one is also updating. So the changes of first developer may disappear by the other or vice versa. Along with that, there are n number of management problems. So to accomplish all these things, ServiceNow come up with this team development concepts, where they are using multiple non-production ServiceNow instances. It means there are more than one development instance. Based on the requirement, based on the processes, you can choose the number of development instances. Let's read further. It allows developers to work on a separate development instance while sharing code and resolving collisions throughout the development cycle. It means though the developers are working on different development instances, but they have the option to share the code, and they have the option to resolve all the conflicts whatever arises while sharing the code, and ultimately completing the project, okay, throughout the development cycle. You see this diagram, it will give you much more broader picture. This is the development environment, this is the production environment. And here you see team 1, which is having sub development instance number 1. In team 2 we have instance number 2. Then we have team 3, team 4, depends on the requirement. So you see here there is one more development instance. Carefully look into it, because this is the parent. All the things which you develop in these sub development teams, okay, sub development instances, will ultimately converge here in single development instance, that is parent. So choosing a parent is very much important, and there will be only one parent. So let's say team 1 has worked on something, then team 1 will push the changes into the parent, okay, and then team 2 developed something, team 2 again push the changes here. So ultimately it is the parent which is capturing or handling all the things, and be sure that the changes which are done by team 1 is not there in team 2, okay. So in case team 2 need such changes, they can pull it here. They can pull all the necessary changes from the parent into their instance, so that both the instances will be in synced, that is parent as well as the child instances. So like this, the problem of collision, the problem of conflict will be very much contained here, okay. It will be resolved in a very amicable manner. All the collisions which were triggered can be seen, can be managed and handled properly with the team development environment. So finally, when the development cycle completes, we have the parent development instance here, and this development instance contains each and every aspect of the whole project. And then we do the regular thing which you already know, that things get moved to test using update sets and finally to production. So this is how team development is going to help you guys in case of a complex, a big project where multiple teams are involved. Using team development will not only save the time, it will save the confusion, it will save the money ultimately, and provide a way to build a trust on the customers, because whatever you are doing in an agile way. You are doing in a best way as you can. So there are few more features which are available in team development. you can compare the development instance to another development instance. Like you see, you have n number of development instances, right? You have the option to compare team 1 dev to team 2 dev, or 3 or 4, or you can compare team 1 dev instance to the parent dev instance. So you have all the options. You can compare an instance and then you can take decision whether you want to move the changes or not. Push and pull we already discussed. A central dashboard for all team development activities. So there will be a dashboard where you see all the activities. We will see the dashboard when we go to the instance. Along with features, there are certain points to be noticed. It means these all are the things you must be careful while configuring or using team development. An instance can have multiple peer instances, but there will be only one parent instance. So as you see here, we have n number of instances, but the parent is always be one. So you must be careful while choosing the parent, and then once the parent is chosen, if you want to change it, in that case you have to reconcile the whole configuration. Because to make the things under control, the new parent will reconcile with each and every sub development instance. Okay, so it is a time taking process, so you have to be careful while choosing the parent. The parent instance must be on the same release family as the local instance. So this is but obvious things. Okay, do not use team development with production or test instances, because this is team development. You see here, it is not touching anywhere to the test or the production. It is not recommended to make either QA or production as a parent, because production is a live instance, and if anything happen, if any delay happen, it may impact your business. So it is good to keep all these things within development instance only. These all are highly tested recommendation and you must follow each one of it, otherwise you will be in trouble. Okay, so now let's quickly go to the instance. So this is my development instance. Here you see an application known as team development. So here the very first module is team dashboard. Click on it. So this is a very simple, easy to understand dashboard. You see first of all the parent. Okay, so this is the parent. I have one more instance which I used as a parent, which is dev 146309, and right now I am dev 95794. Okay, and if you want, you can change the parent as well. Okay, you have this option available. You can change the parent from the available instances. So right now we have only one, but you can add new remote instance and change the parent. How to add a remote instance, we will see in this video after some time. Okay, so once you change it, you have to reconcile. You see, perform a scan of the local and parent instances to locate changes to pull and push. It means if you click on reconcile, it will scan both parent as well as all the development, that is the local instances or the remote instances, and see what all changes are ready to pull and what all changes are ready to push, and it will do so. Okay, it is a time taking process, so you have to consider the timing whenever you are doing it. You see ready to pull, it means all the changes which are awaiting from the parent side will be coming here. Right now there is no change which is transferred or which is waiting at parent which can be pulled from this local instance. But in case the parent have something, then you can see the number of count here. Okay, and you can click on this button pull, and it will pull such changes into this remote instance, into this local instance. In the same way we have push button. So you see here all these are local changes. Okay, you can push any of the local change from here to the parent. As you see under the ready to push queue, we have one change available, right? That's why the push button is enabled here. Okay, if you click on it, these changes will be pushed to the parent. We will do it, but let me explain few more things to you. Then you see the local changes. So these are the list of local changes which are waiting in queue to be pushed or to be ignored. You see here. So total 627 changes are there. You see the list right here. And this list is from this local instance, that is 95794. That is my instance right now. If you want to add few more changes to the queue, just select the changes, okay, and then come here, click on queue for push. It will reload, and you see here ready to push count is now increased to 3. Okay, like this you have all the options available. Whatever you select, if you want to push all at a one, you can click on quick all for the push. If you want to ignore all, you can click here. If you want to back out all these changes, whatever changes you done here, just select the change and click on back out. Okay, it will back out. So right now it is back out all, so it means all these changes will be backed out. You know what is the meaning of back out, right? So you have other buttons, show my changes, reset filter, all these are self-explanatory. Again you see the same things here. All the push and pulled which are done in this instance, you can see a list here. Then you see the instance comparison. It means whenever we did the reconcile thing, all such report is available here. So till now I have done the reconciliation 3 times and I have only 2 instances at the moment, so that's why I'm saying only dev 146309, that is the parent. Then we have the tab of collisions. Okay, so all the collisions will be listed here. You have the option to short out all those collisions. You have a number of options available. Okay, like if you want to keep the pulled version, if you want to delete the pulled version, if you want to keep the local version, all such sort of options which we have seen in the update sets. Whenever we preview the update set, okay, after previewing we have some warnings and errors. How we tackle such errors, the same options are available here. And you know the ready to push queue. Okay, we have 3 things which are available. Okay, so now we come here again. You see after dashboard you have the push and pull, the same table where all the list of push and pulls are available, the same we have seen here, right? And then we have instance comparison, the same instance comparison report. Then we have the local changes. Okay, you see, you know what are the local changes. Then we have the code review request. So what is a code review request? So let's say you want to move a particular business rule from this local instance to parent. Okay, in that case ideally the business rule should be reviewed first and then it will be committed, right? So in team development we have such option as well. If we want to review the changes before it is committed, you have the option of code review. And if you go to properties here, you have the option to activate the code review from here. If you click on yes and save it, it means whenever something pushes to this remote instance, first of all it will come in the code review option, and then the code reviewer will approve it or deny it. If it approve it, the changes will be committed, otherwise it will get rejected. I will show you the demo as well. Okay, so after code review we have the remote instances. Right now we have only one remote instance, that is the parent which we have. You can create n number of remote instances. Click on new. You just have to provide the basic details, that is the name, what is its type, short description, username, password, and the URL. Okay, once you have all these details, your new remote instance will be registered here. After remote instance you have exclusion policy. It is the rules to exclude certain changes during push and pulls. So in case if you don't want to include any option in the push and pull, okay, in that case you can specify such rules, you can specify such utility or object here. Just click on new. Let's say I don't want to include the log table, so I can specify here that please do not include the log table. I have to select the log table here. So first of all just provide the name, what you want to prohibit, push or pull or both. Okay, and then just select the instance, from which instance you want to prohibit such changes. Okay, and then provide the table name. Okay, if you have any condition, provide the condition as well. So this is the exclusion policy. You can exclude anything, anytime, anywhere. Then finally we have the properties. Only one property which I already told you, that is the code review. Okay, so we are done with this. Now let's come here. We have three changes which are ready to push, right? So let's go here. You see these are the changes, right? Let's go back to the dashboard. Click on push. It will redirect you to some kind of form here where it will ask you the name. It means whatever we are pushing, we must have some reference, right? So that's what we are giving. So testing 3 pushes. Okay, provide any comment if you want. Once you are done, click on push changes. So it is giving me some kind of error, that is some application is being installed somewhere. Okay, it is happening in the background, that's why it is not pushing right now, and it is saying that try again when that one is completed. So once you try it by your own. So let's say a push is completed here. Okay, so now let's go to the parent. This is the parent here. Let's go to the team development. So as soon as the push is complete from here, it will come here under the code review request, because we have enabled the code review here. So it means first of all we get the code review request like this. So if you see, let me show you one code review request which I already updated. Okay, you see like this. So like this we have the request available, and you have the option to, and here you can see two buttons, approve or denied, because this is already pushed, so that's why you have the option of back out. Okay, so once you approve it, the push will be completed. Okay, once you deny it, the push will be denied from the parent. So ladies and gentlemen, this is all about team development. I hope you understand the basic concept, you understand the processing. So try it by your own. Okay, if you have not worked on it till now, you may get some work in future, or this can be asked in the interview as well. So just understand the basic concepts and then work on it. Okay, I hope this is it for today's video. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.